call the meeting to order, and we have a quorum again. We'll note that it is a public forum, and Catherine, did we have any
No, sir.
people that wanted to present in the public forum arena? Nope. Okay, the next item is to approve the agenda. A couple comments on the agenda is under action item 2, it says approval of the, there's a typo there, 2021 to 22. It should say 2022 to 2023, and we've checked and that's acceptable to correct the typo, as long as that's all right with everybody. So I thought I'd mention that first of all. And the second item that I wanted to mention is that on action items, that's E, number 4, which is the approval of the 2022 to 2023 school calendar. We found that has to be a public forum first, and so we'd like to table that item and bring it up in the April meeting, if that's all right with everybody. So I thought we'd mention that first. So how about a motion to approve the agenda, unless there's any discussion, Joe?
Oh, I was just asking if we needed to approve that first, or make motions on that. We're just putting it on.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Agenda.
Okay, yes, let's,
Consent.
any other discussion, and before we put a motion to approve the amended agenda?
I motion to approve the amended agenda.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed, no? Very good. Number I, discussion items. Turn it over to Dr. Barnett.
Okay. Well, we have several guests here, so I'm going to let Mr. Froelich and Mr. Kurtz talk about, and Ms. Schleimer, do you guys want to talk about why everybody's here, what we're going to celebrate?
Go ahead, I'll just turn it over to the coaches. It's
Yeah.
Special Olympians, you guys are, go ahead.
Okay, so we have our basketball team represented here tonight, both high school and middle school. Our cheerleaders could not make it this evening. But if the 5 boys that did 3-on-3 basketball would like to stand up. Go ahead. They received 3rd place at regionals and went on to take 1st place at state.
Wow, great job.
So,
That's great.
and then our middle school team is represented by Jordan. He was the only one that could be here tonight, and they took 1st place at regionals and then 1st place at state.
Well, thank you guys for coming, and thanks for all your hard work. And I know it was a lot of practice and a lot of time after school, so.
Was it fun?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
They're all pretty
Where did you play your state games at?
It was,
Iowa City.
yeah, Iowa City, Coralville.
Yeah. Okay.
What was your favorite part?
Yeah, long drive. Standing back.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part? Did you have a favorite part?
I don't know. I think it was just like putting in the practice,
You like
like
that?
just like the act of doing it.
Challenge.
Yeah, the challenge.
Not winning?
It doesn't. Well, to me, it doesn't matter if you win. It's just like it's just like putting in the work and just like being able to get together again and just have fun playing basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, they really build a really good rapport with Coach Dave and Coach Tom. They just really click with them, and it goes even beyond the court, doesn't it, boys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You guys learn a little bit of life lessons from Coach Dave.
Definitely.
Great kids, super great kids, and great parents. Parents get them there every time.
Yeah, thanks for getting them
You
there.
never have to worry if my guys are gonna show up.
Cheerleaders?
That's a good deal.
So did they practice
Real proud
after
of
school or
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
after school?
Yeah, the wellness center lets us use their basketball court.
You guys do what? Tony, how many days a week do you go?
I've gone. Yeah, I think we go 2-ish.
Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah, I think it was Tuesdays and Thursdays.
2 hours.
Yeah. The cheerleaders, we struggled to get them here after school. Dr. Barnett and I came up with, actually she came up with a brilliant idea for maybe working that solution out next year. Just their therapies and the trying to get the ride to the school in the evening is just hard for them. So we did our practices 10 minutes here when I could steal them from teachers and 10 minutes here, which is not ideal, but it was the best we could do this year. But they also earned first place at state.
Oh, wow. So how many of you are going to do it again next year?
Definitely.
I'm gonna play regular basketball.
Okay, but everybody else's hands are up.
Awesome.
And all of you guys, did you participate in the unified game too?
Yeah. I think.
Unified.
Yeah, where it was like
Friday
March
night
Madness.
Here?
That was when we played the
No.
middle school.
Yeah,
We were out here?
I didn't.
Yeah, you did. That was when we played out here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you did not. You did not. But that was when everybody got together and we were a mixture of special education and regular gen ed students and we played each other.
Yeah.
Middle
We
school.
do that at the
I
end of
remember that.
Respect Week every year.
Yep.
If you've never seen one, if you've never seen a unified basketball game, you should check it out.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's a lot of
It's
fun.
amazing. We have a great bunch of kids in this school. And when they get together, the gen ed students and the special ed students get together and play, it's amazing to watch. It's just,
It's great that
you should be proud.
that started that tradition for that.
I love it. You guys have anything that you want to add about it, or? Okay.
Well,
We
thank you.
also have, sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
We also have 2 individuals that did individual skills. Jacob Byers placed first, and who was the other one? CJ Brannon, he placed second. Yep, and individual skills. They did basketball shooting, shooting baskets, dribbling, and shooting at a square on a wall.
It's for student athletes who maybe don't have the coordination to play on a regular team.
Okay.
And so they take them and they take the top 3 skills and they just dribble and they get certain points for how long it takes them. And then they add a second if they double dribble or out of the line or whatever. And then they get a 2x2 square on a wall and they have to, it's a chest pass.
Okay.
And if they hit the square, they get a certain point. If they hit the wall, they get 1 less point. If they catch it, they get an extra point. So it's just teaching them those skills and allowing them the opportunity to participate when they maybe normally wouldn't be able to. So.
Well, thank you guys for waiting out there. Sorry it took a little bit longer than we thought.
Thank you for having us.
Brian talked a little too much, like you. So thanks to the coaches, yeah. Thank you guys and the parents.
Thank you.
I like the medals.
First time.
You want to show them your time? You can show them.
I like your
If you guys
medals.
have some medals, you can show them around.
It was a lot of fun. Honestly.
Something on the front and the back?
You can show these 3 over here.
If you want to pass that around.
Appreciate you guys
Yeah,
having
it's
us.
really fun.
Thank you.
Even the fact that we won state amazes me.
Yeah.
Just pass that around.
Thanks for sharing.
Very cool, very cool.
That is. Good keepsake. Special.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you waiting.
Take care, guys.
today.
Have a great night.
Thanks, Mr. Cole.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, thank you.
That doesn't make you feel good.
I love it, they were so excited.
That's awesome.
Okay, so Jeff, what you got for elementary?
Well, I don't know if did all my people make it up there?
Well, we recognized the ones last month that we had duplicates.
Okay. Sorry.
You got it.
Well, a couple, I got them on my phone here too. I was a little late getting back to Catherine. So that's my fault. Paige Foose. Yep, you got Paige up there. So we have a student citizen of the week every week, and we have a teacher citizen of the week every week. And I don't know if I've ever told you guys about how we do the staff cow. Okay, so it started, I don't know, was it last year, 2 years ago? So if you look at Ellie on there, Mrs. She's Ellie Claver to me, sorry. Ellie Crease, sorry. You can see, and I think I sent you another picture. Was there another picture of a staff member? Or did I recognize her last month?
You recognized her last month.
Mrs. Knutson?
Yes.
Okay. All right, the other teacher was gone, I didn't get a chance to take her picture. But Mrs. McDowell, associate, would have been the other one. And so it's based on what you do around the building, you know, your attitude, how, you know, how positive you are. It could be something special that you just did that day for a kid. You know, you went out of your way to do something extra special, you know. And for the students, it's going above and beyond in the classroom. How you help others, how you treat others, you know, it's just recognizing the pillars of character. So, so that's what Paige got hers for. And then we select a teacher every month. And the funny part is the kids love it as much as the teachers do, because Citizen of the Week stands for
Cow.
cow. Okay? And so if you notice Ellie's vest, it's a Holstein cow vest. So we have two vests, and the teacher gets presented that in front of the whole student body, and all the kids moo at it.
I love it.
So when they get it, the kids are moo. Awesome. And so then the staff member comes up, they get their cow vest, and they wear their cow vest for the whole day. And so kids moo at them all day. It's kind of, probably shouldn't do it. We have some, the kids like it. You know, some of the teachers don't like to be called cows. But Jen McDowell also got it this past month. And we only do this on Friday, so if we didn't have school on Friday or something like that, then we don't have them. So, yeah. So that's the two we have on there.
Great.
Is Paige, Jean's
Yes,
daughter?
yep.
So Paige is the daughter of Jean Foose, who's the custodian. Okay, and then middle school, Bill, and we have 4 people in Las Vegas that are going through Power School training this week. So Bill's there learning about Power School. So the middle school, they have math counts, and then which is just, it's kind of like an honor math and competition for math. So he's got his students there, and then the honors, honor choir students, and then the third quarter students, which Bill did, so there's the honor choir, which is, they did really well. And then the third quarter students aren't students that just necessarily, he said, got good grades, but just kind of had overall character. They might have gotten good grades, but they did something kind of just like Jeff was saying, where they just did something that was out of the ordinary for each quarter, and were nominated by teachers. Each teacher nominates 1 student per quarter. So that's the accolades. Anybody have any questions on that?
High school.
Oh, I thought the high school was.
We hit on the high school.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I would just like
But
to
there
add
are cheerleaders right there that couldn't make it.
Yeah, we put them up earlier when.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong way.
Scott, what you
I'm
got?
just going to talk a little bit about the girls track. They started this past weekend. Saturday they ran at Northwest Missouri State and got 4th as a team, and then tomorrow they're traveling to South Dakota. They're going to miss out on the ISAPs, but we're going to get it made up. We had our first day of ISAPs today, and it worked really, really well. I thought the kids were very focused, and the building was quiet and orderly, and so things are going in the right direction there. Hopefully we get some good results. So.
And ICE stands for?
Iowa Statewide Proficiency. Something.
Iowa State
Assessment of Student
Proficiency.
Yeah, okay.
It's Iowa State Assessment of Student Proficiency, ISAS.
They were called
I mean,
ITEDs years ago, or Iowa Basic Skills.
Iowa Basic Skills.
Iowa Basic Skills back when we went to school, and then they went to ITEDs, and now they're ISAS.
The newest
The new
form of
state
it.
assessment.
State assessment.
Yes, yeah.
And can you speak to the history? How has Harlan done in the past?
Quite well. I mean, we'll do at the end of the year, once we get the results, usually we have a working meeting where we'll share results, and you'll see those as a board before we turn them loose to the public. You will be able to see it first.
Because it usually doesn't, we usually do that in the summer, don't we?
Yeah, it's usually in June, I believe. I don't know what
Started
the
white.
plan looks like this year, but.
But I assume the turnaround is going to be slow again.
Well, actually, hopefully it's a little faster, because they went from 2 writing assessments to 1. So that, I think, part of the delay last year was because because they had to correct all those, everything was handwritten, and I think it really backlogged and slowed down the process. So this year they went from 2 to 1, so hopefully that there's less to correct, so maybe it'll come back a little faster. Don't know, that's just my rationale.
You're starting to get a little historical data under the new.
Yeah, it's hard to compare apples to apples because COVID, we didn't do it, and then last year was the very first year.
Different ones, different
They
testing.
switched about 3 years ago, it switched to
Yeah,
exams.
because you were just trying to get data and then they would switch.
And it's all computerized. So.
But
Except for
normally we
the-
do quite well, so
Yeah.
go pretty well.
Superintendent report, I just have a couple different things. The Head Start contract, which I already spoke to you a little bit about when Brian was talking about the budget, but that will basically generate between $60,000 and $70,000 in addition to the monies that we'll have. So it'll be 16 students, and they will have to qualify under federal Head Start qualifications, but basically they have a Head Start program right now here in Harlan, and so what we would do is just collaborate and work with them and get those students in our schools just a little bit sooner, because they would be kindergartners with us eventually anyway. So Jeff and I have met with Head Start 2 or 3 different times, and we've made sure we can fulfill whatever they need on their end and they can do on our end. So I think it's gonna be a really good partnership. So that will be next year. We will advertise, or I think we've already even have someone interested in that position. So, and then the second thing is just redistricting. So all school districts have to redistrict based on the new census numbers. And we have hired someone who will help us do that, and it'll just be it's a minimal cost, between $250 and $500, but she's done it for many other school districts, so she will take our census data and make sure that it's, we're even numbers in each district. So right now we have 4 districts within the city of Harlan and then 3 with the outside communities. So she'll just make sure those are equal and where they need to be. Every school district in Iowa has to do this year, so I'm just mentioning this because we wanted to make sure we got her, because she had a limited number of spaces. So we'll have to make as a board a resolution for that, but we can't, the earliest we could do that is in November, and the latest is May of next year. So sometime between November and May, we'll have the results of what she's doing. She can't even start yet because they don't have all of their pieces ready. But we will get a map of the draft of the redistricting plan, and then a completed population worksheet and a description for the final resolution to read. So just an FYI.
How do they do that, you know?
They only do it when they do redo the census, so they don't do it very often.
Do they anticipate that changing the school district?
I don't know. I mean, that's not school district, but it would be the board members.
Oh, gotcha.
So it'd be who you, yeah.
And not that it can happen,
But it could.
but the district changes and then maybe 2 people are in the same district, so then you have to,
Figure out
When
who's
would that go
staying.
into effect?
yeah.
It would go into effect we have to do it by May 15th, 2023. So it would go into effect the following school year, I would assume.
Yeah, the other thing is I know in her email, she said if there's nominal change where if there's not a disproportionate, they let them the same.
10%, I think, a 10% change, you
And they
can
let 'em say.
fluctuate. So those are just my 2 things I just wanted to let you know about.
Okay, we'll move on to the action items. The first one is the personnel report.
So if you want to click on that for me, Jenny, you guys can see that we've had a few resignations. Most of them are coaching or the volunteers. So we've only had, we haven't had any teachers on this month's resignations, but we have made some progress in terms of hiring coaches as well as a few teachers. We've got Amber Nicholson, she's gonna be high school math. Madison Shetler is going to be high school special education. Jane Vandenberg is going to be a counselor here. Heather Lewis is language arts. Savannah Sheets is also language arts. We already talked about Steve Savane, but now that we have our negotiations finalized, we could put his salary information in here. We've got Nicole Holst as an elementary teacher, and then a couple of coaches and sponsors, so, and then a couple of new subs.
When did they have until to sign their
They
contracts?
have until April 5th.
So we could see more openings.
Actually, yes, we received one today,
Oh.
so I mean, we'll get a couple more, I'm sure.
Okay.
But they have until April 5th to sign. They get 21 days. Any questions on?
So there's the current vacancies.
Yeah, yep, so we've got, those are continued, those change quite a bit, but I'll try to keep them as current as I can for you.
And with the scarcity of teachers, how's it going?
It's going okay. We're having a hard time finding a STEM teacher. We're also having a hard time with art, and I mean, we just don't see the number of applicants like we used to. They're few and far between. So we'll keep trucking, trying to get people hired. What?
I said the best ones.
The best ones.
Any other comments, discussion? How about a motion to approve the personnel report?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Next, we have the approval of the 22-23 budget as been gone over in depth by Brian in some depth anyway. And so, is there any discussion on that budget that we discussed in the hearing? Any questions, comments? Okay, how about a motion to approve the 22-23 budget?
So moved.
Great, you got a second? Catherine? All
Yes,
those in
sir.
favor, aye?
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Next, we have the approval of the budget guarantee resolution. Do I need to read this?
Those two.
Resolved that the Board of Directors of Harlan Community School District will levy property taxes for fiscal year 2022 to 2023 for the regular program budget adjustment as allowed under section 257.14 Code of Iowa. Any discussion on the budget guarantee resolution? Help with Brian's previous comments?
Okay, essentially, we're doing it just in case.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, no.
Need to
Yeah, you would move.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got a motion.
I'll make a motion to
Okay.
approve the budget guarantee.
Okay.
I was just eyeing.
Now, all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
Pardon, who seconded it? Todd did, or Todd?
No, no.
Who did?
No.
I didn't hear
I
it.
thought you
Sorry,
did.
Al.
Bouncing out one ear.
Yeah, don't put his name on that one.
Do we need to slow down for you?
No,
Catherine?
I just didn't hear it. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Well, I heard
Talk to you
wrong.
if I get the motions right. Okay, the fifth item here under E action items is the policy review schedule, the first reading. How about a discussion, any discussion on the first reading of those items of policy?
I had one on 212 closed sessions. Not really a discussion, but I just wanted to illustrate or explain something like on number 4, the number 4 point, when you read it, it says, to evaluate the professional competency of an individual whose appointment, hiring, performance, or discharge is being considered when a closed session is necessary to prevent needless and irreparable injury to that individual's reputation, and that individual requests a closed session. And that kind of relates to a transparency issue if the board is being transparent. And I just want to make sure that everybody, that the board realizes that if a certain individual is being discussed, it is not the board's decision to go into closed session. It is that individual's decision to go into a closed session. And whatever is said in that closed session, the board legally cannot discuss anything, but the individual can discuss whatever they want to discuss. And so the board is, we need to keep quiet, and I just wanted to make that, illustrate that that is a situation where the board cannot be transparent. The individual can, but the board cannot be transparent. So we want transparent boards, but that's not always possible.
Very good. How about a motion to approve the first reading of the policy review schedule?
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no.
You get that?
Next, we have item 6, policy review schedule, second reading. Discussion on those items. If there's no discussion, can we have a motion to approve the policy review schedule, second reading?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. And all those in favor, aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, no. Item number 7, under action items, we have the approval of the memorandum of understanding. Here, we'll turn it over to Superintendent Burnett.
This is just an MOU, so memorandum of understanding. We, as you guys remember, we've been given the opportunity to have a school resource officer through some of the ARPA funds, or it's not ARPA funds. Is it ARPA funds? Yes, it is. With MERTU, so we have and they wrote a grant. But R.J. Bielenberg is our new school resource officer, and he has gone to training, and one of the best practices is that we have a memorandum of understanding between both the Sheriff's Department and ourselves. So this is just something we wanted to bring to you, and then we'll have Jim sign it after the meeting, and I'll sign it, and RJ will sign it. So, I don't know if you guys have any questions, but he's been really good. I don't know if you guys want to chime in.
He's done a nice job at the high school. I mean, he spends a lot of time in the study hall, building relationships with kids, in the hallways. He does a lot of the hallway. I think our parking lots are a lot safer just with his presence of the car or him walking through the parking lot. It's slowing down some traffic. So yeah, I think it's a real positive move for the first. He's not been on first of middle of February. I think he started, and it's been a really positive. It's been very positive in high school.
So he's still a deputy sheriff, but assigned to us 100% of the time.
Not 100. Well, he's at Elkhorn in the
That's a
county.
school resource officer.
Yeah, school resource officer
He's
assigned.
totally
Yep.
100%.
So
That's pretty cool.
who pays his salary?
The grant funding does, which is through Shelby County Sheriff and MERTU Behavioral Health, because it's
Do we have to reapply for that every so often?
well, we're guaranteed for 3 years so far, and then I think that there's additional funding already in the works.
It's a great.
This is win-win.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, this is awesome.
And he'll go down to the elementary and go to lunch sometimes.
Oh yeah, he's helped out a lot. He's helped us with attendance. I mean, behavior situations, meeting with parents, so yeah, and spoken from the mouth of a senior son of mine. He's the perfect guy for that job, Dad. So Joey came home and said, he just goes around and visits with us. He goes, he's a good guy. So, and he is, the kids at school, I mean, once they get by the intimidating uniform and gun at the elementary, because that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And, they're getting more and more used to it,
And having a positive relationship with police.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, he was, today I went to the Shelby County Prevent Child Abuse Iowa committee meeting, and he was there too, so he's on some committees and doing all that stuff too, so, yep.
He's great.
So, that's just, we just have to have that approved.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, can we have a motion for the approval of a memorandum of understanding school resource officer program, Shelby County Sheriff's Office and Harlan Community School District?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
And opposed, no? Next action item is 8, the approval of the beverage contract with Atlantic Bottling.
I'm gonna pull that one up because we have a new one. So Brian, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about that, but historically, we've had a really good relationship with Atlantic Bottling Company for all of our concession stands, and they also give back money to us. So I know when we talked to them about this current contract, Davis Patti, our AD, was in there, and they're willing to help us we need a new score table and maybe even some cushion chairs, just different things that other schools might have that they can donate. I know in the past they donated the scoreboard.
Just to give you a few of the things they've helped out with over the years. When Merrill Field was redone, that scoreboard was pretty much all of them. Not all, but pretty much all of them. They've given to the scoreboards down at the baseball field. They've given to the scoreboards here. That's just a few of the things. I mean, they've always been really good helping with projects. Great relationship. Very, very active. All the equipment, all the coolers, that's all theirs. We use it for nothing.
And I think if something isn't working, they're here very quickly.
The same day. They're
And I've been on the Pepsi lover.
It's okay.
They're really good.
Very good. Okay, so can I have a motion as far as an approval of the beverage contract with Atlantic Bottling?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Those opposed, no? Last here, we have the consent agenda, and there's 3 items under it. We can break any out if anybody would like to, otherwise we can discuss them together if there's any discussion on those items in the consent agenda. The minutes, the accounts payable, and the financial reports. Okay, if there's no discussion, can I have an approval, or excuse me, a motion for the approval of the consent agenda?
So moved.
One second.
Okay, you're ready, Catherine?
Ready.
Keeping up, okay. All those in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Okay, the last item, we've made it to the adjournment. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I will motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?